Life is awesome, and I'm gonna tell you why. Pride just happened, and it was abso-freaking-amazing. So I'm in a really good mood right now, and I happened to find a hematite ring for like $5, and it's not quite black, but it's almost black, plus I have a thing for hematite, well, specifically cubic hematite, but I don't think you can make a ring out of that. More good news, I just got my first bit of pay for my first freelance gig, which is awesome, because if it goes through the way I hope it's going to go through, I'm going to be able to pay to live for the next 6 months. It means I won't feel guilty for eating a piece of bread. Last year I was living on $10 a week. Yeah, I was nuts. Anyway, I'm scatterbrained all over the place, so focusing on the topic I want to talk about today, which is, since I'm in such a good mood, the positives of being Mormon and asexual. Basically, some of the positive things that I've experienced by being Mormon in a unique way that has related to my asexuality, whatever, you get it. First off, dating. In Mormon culture, especially Utah Mormon culture, it's this kind of social practice that people or kids aren't supposed to date until they're 16 years old. And most people view this as something terrible. Oh my gosh, why can't I date boys? Well, for me it was like, I have an official excuse. So I had an excuse not to date anybody, and to totally avoid the whole thing. It formed the perfect excuse, which is so funny because I talked to gay people I know, some gay friends I have, and they used it for the exact same thing. They're like, yeah, we pretty much, so we're all just kind of using it as a wonderful excuse. It was great. And just to add to that, that was also another perk of being a missionary for the Mormon church. Like, you're doing this crap full time, you're not allowed to like read, watch movies, and blah 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 blah. Basically, you spend 1.5 to 2 years of just helping people full time without having a personal life. And it was awesome because there wasn't that pressure to date. And in fact, if other missionaries were hitting on you, that was taboo. You're not supposed to date anybody. You're not even, especially not other missionaries. You could get sent home. And if things get far enough, totally excommunicated. So, another example of a structure in which dating is like, and I'm just like, yeah. This one has less to do with being asexual strictly, but I still love the crap out of it, so I'm just going to say it. In the church, there are youth programs, and part of that youth program, at least for the girls, they have a summer camp every year. So, they call it girls camp or whatever, but, so basically, our girls camp was awesome. Other people, maybe they were lame, I don't know. All I know is that I've been camping in bear country and doing fun crap for basically until like maybe 2 years ago. So I did it for a full decade. Like every year I went snow caving, and I ended up being a leader and teaching other girls how to snow cave, and I love outdoorsy stuff. It validated that. Awesome. I love it. The idea, the very concept of mission service for young adults, I think that's an awesome idea. Like, doctrine aside, theology aside, just the idea that you spend, as a really young person, like right out of high school, spending a couple years going, you don't know where, doing you don't know what, all you know is you're helping other people, and you're doing it all the freaking time. Like, by the end of my mission, I felt guilty if I was thinking about myself, and that's really, really weird. I remember after I came home, I sat down in my, on my couch at home, and I stared at a blank television, and I'm like, wow, I don't have anything scheduled right now. I could do absolutely nothing. And it's okay. What a thought. Anyway, I think it's an awesome idea for character building, so I don't even care about the religious aspect of it. I think it's a great idea. I think people should do it, but yeah. The fact that the church is operated by a lay ministry basically means it is not paid. So almost every position in the church is non-compensated volunteer work. And so from the time you're a little kid in the Mormon church, you have the understanding that you are part of some organization that that you directly affect. So, like, from the time kids are about 12 years old, they start getting callings, which is basically like, oh, you are the president of this quorum, of this blah, 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 of this blah, 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 blah. You are the secretary, you are the this, you are the that. You start learning how to work with people and how to render, I guess you would say, service, how to organize things. Kids these days, they never think about serving other people. I know, I'm a selfish piece of crap. I'm not even going to deny it. It's one of my reasons why I went on a mission, because I realized, hey, I've spent 21 years being really selfish, so why not go help people out in Louisiana for a while? Yeah, so, encouraging service. It's a good thing. And while I'm making glad lists, I thought that I'd talk about why I'm happy to be asexual. Well, okay, so first off, I think about high school dating scene and how much I thought it was bullcrap, and how glad. I'm really glad that I wasn't tied up in that, because most of the relationships I saw were superficial pieces of crap that ended in disaster and made friends hate each other. So you know what? I'm kind of glad that I'm not part of that. Although, when you only have two friends and they start dating each other, being that third wheel is kind of awkward. You didn't just hear that. Another reason I'm glad I'm asexual. I'm going into the video game industry, which is incredibly competitive and time-consuming, and the average... Okay, I was looking at these stats the other day. The average time it takes somebody who's entered the industry to quit after having a child is about 3 to 4 years. The average time for a person in the video game industry to have a divorce is about 5 years in. That's not encouraging, and I'm sure it's really daunting for a lot of people. I know my brother's getting into the industry too, and he's really worried about that kind of stuff because you're away from home so long. But guess what? I'm free. I'm free as a bird, and I like to draw things. Oh goodness, I just got paid to draw things. Oh. And just to wrap this up, I'm glad that I know I'm asexual because I've behaved like an asexual for years and years, but actually knowing about it even validates my weird behavior even more and justifies my awesome that much more, as if I need my head to grow any larger. But it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. So yeah, being ace is awesome. And oh yeah, here's a couple macros I made. I've been looking at way too many Disney hipster princesses lately, and so I just had these ideas come to my brain like a flash of lightning, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I made them in like 10 minutes. So yeah, I like them. They're fun. I think I'm going to keep doing them. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Sorry I've been gone so long. Technical difficulties and bullcrap. But yeah, I'm back. So, see you next week.